welcome to my first ever Roblox tutorial. So I will be teaching you guys how to do editing for your GFX like me. So to begin, you want to find a good background. So I found this on unsplash.com, and they have a lot of good different, pictures of whether it's anime backgrounds or really cool photos such as this one. So I'm going to take this picture and I'm just going to bring it into my little template thing. So it doesn't matter what size you use as long as the two dimensions are the same. So you can use either, I'm using currently 1200 by 1200, just so I have a larger area to work with, and you will be able to see, much more of the render, which is this one that I'm using. So you're going to want to get a render that you've made or somebody else has let you use, and you are going to take it and just bring it into your little template once again. So now that everything has been imported, you're just going to resize it. On Photoshop, this is a Control-T move, and then you can, resize it like that. You can shrink it. I don't recommend doing that. You can make it skinnier. Don't recommend doing that. Just keep it at its normal dimensions by holding Shift, going to one of the corners, and dragging it in or out. So right about there. That looks good. So I am going to put it like that. This is probably not going to be one of my best GFX, so don't worry about that. It takes a lot of practice to make something good, and it takes a lot of tries to make something good, so you're not going to get it on the first try. So if you make a mistake, just, go right up here, do undo by clicking back, and yeah, you'll be fine. So now we're going to add a new layer. I'm just going to use my paintbrush tool. So when you first open Photoshop, you should have two colors, white and black. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to color my screen black. I'm going to add sort of like a blur effect to this, so it would make you focus in on the render and graphic itself. We're going to go to one of the top corners, hold Shift, and drag out to one of the bottom corners. Now it looks about even with these two. You're just going to release, come back out, and hit delete on your keyboard. So now you should be able to see your render, and you should look pretty good, and it would have a black outline. So now you're going to go to Filter, Blur, and I don't know how to pronounce this, but Gaussian Blur? I don't know, don't judge me, I don't know how. But you're just going to click on this. And I usually go pretty blurry, let's see, so like, that looks pretty good. As you can see, the edges are really dark. Keep going, yeah, that's good. So we are going to go to 84.1. And now I'm just going to lower the opacity of it, so like, it's not as gloomy. Alright, there we go. So now that's basic editing. We want to add like some cooler effects and such. So maybe a fade or something, or maybe some particles or color correction. I don't know. You can go free. So what I'm going to do is I am also going to show you how to do some of my famous fade effects. So you are going to need Photoshop for this. And what you're going to do, you're going to click on this layer mask button. It kind of looks like a camera, but you're just going to click on it, and there's going to be a white box. For this, you are not going to erase the selection. This so if you make a mistake, so let me show you. If you make a mistake with this, I don't want to really erase that. If you just go back over with the opposite color, you can get it right back, which is really, really great. It's perfect in case you make a mistake. So now with your black color selected, you're going to go into your brushes and pick one that would have a good fade effect. So this one will. It is for the Assassin Brush Pack. I do not have a link for it since I have had these for quite a while. My friend gave me a link and I don't have it. I forgot. I'm really sorry about that, but you can just Google maybe some particle brushes or some, I'm not sure, but just experiment, look around. A good website to check on is brusheasy.com. But yeah, so now you're going to go with your brush and just going to click on the edges. So just sort of like that. Don't go all the way like in like this, because that doesn't look too great. But if you want to, you can go like that and sort of like do fade that way. I guess like it takes practice to do this, so yours may not look just like mine on your first try, because I've been doing this for a little while now. But just experiment around, do what you feel comfortable with, and maybe next time try again if it didn't come out how you wanted it to. But yeah. So now I'm going to do a little bit of a fade on the head and a little on the leg. So now I'm just going to rotate the brush a bit, maybe a little more, Alright, so we're gonna go like this. I'm just gonna chomp at the horns. Like that. Maybe a little on the fedora, and a little, yeah, like that. So it just looks like she's not completely there. Next, I'm gonna go for the leg. Just gonna rotate up a bit. Yeah, just like that. And now I'm gonna go at like the boot. Go down. Maybe I'll put a little more back. Yeah, just like that. So it's like a little bit of decay, but not so much that it's like in your face. So yeah. Next, you can add some text. So I have a lot of fonts. Just go to, there are a lot of good font websites. I mostly use dafont.com, which is dafont.com. They have a lot of great free fonts. But since this is more of like a grunge graphic, I'm going to want to use more of like a fadier effect on my font. So I'm just going to open my font and look for one that looks pretty cool. So I'm going to be using Scorched Earth, and I will write GFX tutorial on it. So now, again, as I said earlier, we're going to use a Control-T to free transform it. You can make your text larger. And just place it wherever you want. I'm actually going to do a little bit of editing here. So now for some effects that you can add to your text. A pretty traditional one is to add a drop shadow. I'm just merging the layers. If you want to merge the layers, you are going to have to right-click, select rasterize layer, and then merge layers. But since I already did it, sorry, I went too quick. But yeah, you're going to want to rasterize type and merge layers. So now you are going to want to add like maybe some drop shadow, maybe a bevel or something. I don't know, just mess around with the settings. To get to the settings, you are going to press this little FX button for effects. And I'm just going to click on drop shadow and a menu is going to appear. Ba-da-ba-ba! So I'm just going to, mess around with the opacity, mess around with the size. As you can see, it grows larger. A little smaller, lower that. And then, yeah, perfect. So now, I might make my text a little bit smaller. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm just going to add one effect onto my character. And that is going to be the gradient overlay. So this is from my last GFX. I'm going to want to select black to white. So when you do this, yours should look something like that. Just a white color to a black color. And that is good. Now what you are going to do is click normal and bring it down to overlay. So as you can see, it adds an effect onto the character. Now I like to lower the opacity quite a bit. So like to that. That adds a pretty cool effect to the character. Alright, so as you can see, the background is a little bit more pale than the actual character is. So what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to edit the saturation of the character. Now, that's a pretty big word, but what it means is just the colorfulness, if you will. So you're just going to click this hue saturation button, and to make it only on the layer below, you're going to hold Alt, click towards the edge, and just click. Now, as you can see, whatever I do is only on the layer below. Alright, so I'm just going to lower the saturation until it sort of matches the background. It's going to look more black and white. Yeah. If you think that the background is much brighter, you can use this. I do strongly recommend not doing it unless it's like a minor adjustment, like maybe that, or like that or something. Maybe like that. But it makes it look very foggy and cloudy, and this looks much more high definition than the others would. So next thing that we are going to do is add my little username, so nobody will, copy it, or just so I can get credit for my work, because, hey, if you put in all this effort, you don't want somebody to come over and steal what you did. So now I'm just going to use, I have a specific font that I use, it's right at the top, it's round. I'm just going to write my username, which is Jupiter. Alright, so there we go. Just going to make it a bit bigger so you can read it. If you have seen on my Instagram, the letters are usually a bit more spaced out, and no, I don't just add a few spaces in between. I actually use an effect on the text that gives equal spacing between each word. Oh, excuse me. So what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to click this little properties button right here, where it says VA. You can either just go like that until it looks good, or what I do is I have a specific size, which is 480. So this is the sizing that I use on all of my graphics. So it's uniform and it looks more professional. So perfect. Just gonna add a small drop shadow onto this so you can read it. Make this nice. Right up a bit. Perfect. Alright, so now we are going to add one of my favorite things to add, which is a color correction. Color corrections can really change the entire look of the graphic that you are making. Like, you can make it look more colorful, more, if you're going for like a red look, you can make it more red. It can do a lot of things for you. So we are going to select the color correction button, and you are only going to press this button on top. Load 3D LUT ... Do not click any other things, like don't mess it up, because that wouldn't be good. Yeah, so now let's just look through and click on each one, check what different thing it would do to it. Like this one, it makes the character more orange and, makes the background more blue, just things like that. You can also lower the opacity on these. So like here, this is no color correction. Here, that's it with. No, with, no, with, no, with. See how it sort of changes everything? So for this one, wow, it does a lot. But if you wanted a little bit of a brighter effect, you could sort of lower it. So like the 26, as you can see, it makes it much brighter and vivid. Everything has its own effect, so I'm just going to speed through these and show you the one that I choose. Alright, so I had two that I really liked, and if you can't decide between a few, you can add a few, and then if you want to decide later, feel free, but then maybe check a few out to see if you can combine them to maybe make a new look that you really, really, really love. So two that I always use, and my top two ones are drop blues. So as you can see, it makes the character like a little darker, a little more pale. It adds like a black and white effect and leaves a lot of the coloration only on the skin tone of the character, no matter if it is with a darker skin tone or a lighter skin tone. So now I am actually going to add another color lookup, and that one is going to be Futuristic Bleak. This again also adds more of like that toned down saturation, which I actually really like. So I'm actually going to bring this down a bit because, the effect could be a little bit overpowering. So that actually looks pretty good. So guys, this is a completed GFX, and it only took me around 20 minutes. You can make this way more complex. You can add particles and smoke and lightning and whatever your heart desires. But this is just a simple tutorial on how to get started editing, or if you want to bring it to the next level, this is a perfect way on how. So you kind of also got a 2-in-1 with the fade effect and a bunch of color corrections. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. This is my first ever voiceover, so sorry if I keep saying and but I just got very nervous. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. I love you.